be a museum of some sort because, you know, it was created specifically because at the time African Americans couldn't get life insurance. So Alonzo Herndon, when he stepped up and he did that, we were able to be insured. So, anywho, they did not condemn the building, and the plans with what is going to happen going forward is still pending. So as we continue down Auburn Avenue, I'm going to play a little bit of information, you know, that some of the locals have said.
Auburn Avenue in downtown Atlanta was called the richest Negro street in the world by Fortune magazine back in 1956. In 1992, less than 40 years later, it was categorized as one of America's most endangered historic places by the National Trust of Historic Preservation. There I'm sorry, I have to pause because there's a mural of John Lewis that's going to be right here on the back of this building here to my right. So make sure you take a peek back at that. You can see it very vividly from the expressway. There's no denying its place in history as the center of African American life during the segregation era and its crucial role in the civil rights movement. Auburn Avenue is forever linked to Atlanta's most famous son, Martin Luther King Jr. From the cradle to the grave, his birth home and his final resting place are here, and thousands pour into the streets to watch his funeral procession back in 1968. Inner city neglect and the division of the street by the downtown connector contributed to its decline in later years.
Actually, Auburn Avenue was developed a number of years ago, but because the South was segregated, it had to have a particular place where blacks could go, business, recreation, theater, etc. So Auburn Avenue was founded and started by blacks. Then this became a corridor for developing black.
We're getting ready to pass the Southern Christian Leadership Conference on the left-hand side in the women's building.
We had theaters, and at one time in '57, Fortune magazine called Auburn Avenue the richest Negro street in the world.
Very industrious people a long time ago. The privilege of trying to do something for self and to be an entrepreneur, it all depends on the individual.
I believe that the love of the people having the struggle brought us together in this particular part of the country. A lot of slavery, a lot of impotence in terms of illiteracy came because of the kind of educational systems in which the South had to deal with.
But as time went on, when integration came in, some of the people was led to believe that the grass was green on the other side.
Blacks had a real serious vision, number one. And I always say that these blacks in those days, even during segregation, did more and built more than we can even maintain today.
Yes, so we are approaching the Ebenezer Baptist Church. On our right-hand side is the historic Ebenezer Baptist Church. And then on my left-hand side is the new Ebenezer Baptist Church. And then just behind the Ebenezer Baptist Church that's on the right side, we have the resting place of Dr. King and his wife, Coretta Scott King. We're going to be getting off the bus here. They do have bathrooms located on both sides of the street, because there's a visitor center that's located across the street. There's a visitor center that's located behind the resting place, and then also inside of the church. The church used to be open all the time, but then they started specifying hours.